All right, I want to get something off my chest. So, all these movies, all these video games, or even TV shows, even we as people, or I would just say Hollywood or Disney or all those other big corporations out there, they have put gender identity politics or trying to put some modern agenda into trying to reach to the audience. Okay, all right. Me personally, I'm not saying this is an objective opinion because I definitely don't think it is because we're all individuals and everybody deserves to have their individual ideals on things. But it can only go so far because when you do this repeatedly and try to push a message so forcefully down people's throats, it starts to piss people off. It's sure as hell starting to get on my damn nerves too because this whole thing with making characters gay or tokenizing characters to change them to black people or white or Hispanic. Well, I barely seen Hispanic people get changed from their original character, but that's not the problem. What I'm trying to say is like you can't just keep doing that and not expect the audience to have it be questioned, especially if you're doing it to an extent to where it's not needed and you could have just had to where it was the original white or black character from the comic books or from a novel or something, and you just had to change them because you wanted to adhere to some audience that probably wasn't even there or didn't even give a shit to begin with. I don't have anything against a person um, being black or white in any type of adaptation. But that's the thing. The word is an adaptation. Okay, if you're not gonna do it right, why not try it? Why not do it? Why do it at all? You know what I'm saying? It pisses a lot of the fans that have like read the comic books or like read the books of that adaptation that you made. Okay, I don't know why Hollywood doesn't understand that if you can't adapt something correctly, then it kind of wastes the audience's time with when they can actually see like a great adaptation being done of that thing they really liked when they read. You know what I'm saying? It's very disappointing because like Eternals, for instance, I haven't seen the film yet. I'm probably not going to see it because I know I've heard a lot, mostly bad reviews about the film. But I heard a bunch of characters in that movie were tokenized. They had like a bunch of great ideals, but it's like they didn't know where to go. It kind of seemed like the main thing in this film was just the representation aspect. I don't know why all these actors and actresses kept trying to put this whole representation thing into it instead of just like making it come off like it was a great movie. Like, what is that the main goal for it to be a great movie? Why do you care so much about representation instead of making this a great movie or a great video game or a great TV show nowadays? Why are you putting the thing that made us want to watch a movie, the fact of it being a great movie, instead of you having to like, it's a Hispanic, it's a gay guy in this movie, it's a gay woman in this movie, she's a lesbian, it's the first lesbian we ever had in the Marvel movie, it's the first gay guy we ever had, first gay couple we ever had in a Marvel movie. Like, oh my god, that's such a big deal. Like, why does that matter so much to you people? When has great stories ever been overseen and put below by representation or gender politics? Now this doesn't what I just the example I said didn't really have anything to do with gender politics, but at the same time, you can kind of see in the Eternals movie, for instance, like I heard a bunch of characters in that movie was gender swapped. Let's see. Captain Marvel, Marvel was gender swapped too. Like, for what? Like, you couldn't have a male character talking to Carol Danvers and mentoring her. Like, what is the problem with that? It never was a problem. So you can't just have a male character mentoring a female character. Like, okay, like first of all, Carol Danvers, they did her so wrong in that film. She could have been a really great hero too. Don't get me wrong. They overpowered the fuck out of her though. First of all, you can't say that they didn't because she almost could take. She most definitely could. If Thanos had not come out with that Power Stone, uh, if he didn't come up with that power to do that with the Power Stone in Endgame, Captain Marvel would have most likely defeated him. Let's be honest, okay? And they had the audacity to depower so many characters in this universe, but they couldn't. They just had to have Carol Danvers be so goddamn powerful. Well, to be fair, Carol Danvers is a very powerful character in the Marvel comic books. I don't know how much more powerful she is in the comic books compared to her on-screen adaptation, but at the same time, she's still too goddamn powerful. If you want to make Thanos like a fucking threat, why the fuck didn't he did okay, he did take out Carol, but it wasn't because of his own like abilities. He took her out because he had the fucking Power Stone, something that's not really something that he created himself. So it still doesn't work properly. You know? If Carol Danvers was a better character in her own movie, then we wouldn't be talking about this right now. We would probably have been rooting in the theater for Captain Marvel to whoop Thanos' ass. Shit, I would have fucking loved that shit if she was a fucking better female character. Shit. That's the thing. You focus too much on what makes her a great female character instead of just make her what makes her a great character to begin with. Like, just it's the same with the male character. Like, you don't like the fact that he's a male most of the time. You just look at the fact that he's a great character. You know, just this is the biggest problem with Marvel movies nowadays. They focus on so many things in our society instead of making just great movies. Movies and video games and shows are escapes for audiences and people to escape to, just so they can escape the hardships of modern life and just to enjoy a goddamn great time. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was fun. It was fun. You know, people would debate about who's the more powerful Marvel character, or like who would be who, or which movies were better. Well, hell, I still do that to this day, and I'm only 23. But now you gotta ask if this character's gay, or who's this guy about to fuck, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it just I don't know. You know, it's just something that I don't really understand why they can't realize. You know, in the next couple of years, I kind of hope that they realize that this is not really going to work for movie audiences, and I don't care if it's really a modern thing that been trying to do. It's still not right, and from a moral perspective and just a perspective on watching movies and at entertainment in general. You know, stop trying to implement real world things into something that's not even non-fictional. All this stuff is completely fictional. It's not real. So why do I care what the hell? Why do I care what the hell the real world has to do with these movies and all this stuff? You know? It's just something that I've been really thinking about, you know, because I'm honestly getting tired of it. I know a lot of people out there are really getting tired of it, you know? And thankfully, I think more people are starting to wake up to it too. You know, yeah, it's just really getting annoying by this point. Hopefully Hollywood and hopefully a lot of people start to realize this, because if they don't say anything. They're just gonna keep doing it, and we're still gonna be getting the shitty movies that we get today.